Thank you, Mr. Rajesh. Now may I call the distinguished Toastmaster, D.T.M. Mirza, for his general evaluation.
Good evening again. I have been coming again and again this time because some people have not come, have not turned up. And the general evaluator will be actually meeting right from the beginning. So before getting into the actual evaluation, the only speech that is to be evaluated, ACG 1 or 2. ACG 2 by Toastmaster Anis is to be evaluated by me. So I'll go with the evaluation directly. Toastmaster Anis has a very good flow, and his tall personality and his salt and pepper beard is always imposing. He came here, he started, and his command over English is really appreciable. He spoke about Leontius, a Greek philosopher. First of all, he had a lot of problems. He had severe stammering. He was not able to pronounce properly. He was not able to talk properly. But still, somehow, he practiced overcoming that, and he has breathlessness also. Later on, he improved and he became a very good speaker. And then he gave the example of Abraham Lincoln, whose father was a farmer. He came from a very poor background. He loved reading, and his mother would supply him books, would encourage him to read. Later on, he went on to become the president of the United States of America, the person who abolished racism, the person who abolished discrimination against the blacks. Then he had passing references to Churchill and Martin Luther. You had done a very good job, Toastmaster Anis, but a few suggestions. Number one, most of the time you are standing here. I was looking at your height, I was always thinking maybe you'll fall down. And the only movement that you made was one step backward and one step forward. Whereas in Toastmasters, you had to utilize the podium. It would have been better if you had utilized the podium laterally. You speak at this position, stand here. After the thought is over, from moving from one thought to another thought, you make a small movement. It's not compulsory, it's not must, but we do it just to break the monotony. So this would have been better for you, number one. Number two, the speech objectives clearly say that you have to go with the mood of the audience. Somehow your speech was self-prepared and mood of the audience had nothing to do with it. And also the objectives clearly say that you have to have voice modulation and body language. Voice modulation I could not see much. Body language was, I have already told you. So you would have incorporated a bit of voice modulation, number one. Number two, you came and started directly with stories. Before that, I would have suggested that you give a small background, a small introduction as to exactly what you are talking about. What is the purpose of a speech? After giving the background, you would have started your speech. That would have been better. Nevertheless, you did a very good job, but a few suggestions that would make it still better. So with that, I close the evaluation of the only prepared speaker. The other speaker, he was a guest speaker here.